this morning is about one amazing lady. And we're going to call her right now because this amazing lady, it's her 75th birthday.
It is. She doesn't know it. So this could go one of two ways. She's either going to love it or she's going to kill us. But wait, let's get her on the phone. So we're going to call in my mum. And she's going to know about this now if she's watching, which she does most mornings. So, Mike, you keep talking. I'm going to try and get her on the phone.
50 Shades of Grandma.
Let's see how we go.
Grandma.
We're calling her in.
Hi,
Hi, Mum.
Hi, Baba.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Boo. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Mum.
Happy birthday.
La la. Now, Mum, listen, we've got a surprise. You're on air, so we got you live on air this morning on Novak News.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So take your phone off loudspeaker if it's on loudspeaker, Mum, because we're gonna have a chat for a few minutes. Is that all right?
Because you're 75 today.
Don't you dare tell them I'm 75.
Oh, okay, you're 50 plus 25 today.
Mum, talk nice and clearly into your phone so we can
Just tell them 57.
talk nice and clearly into your phone, Mum, because everyone wants to hear what you've got to say. So,
Oh, my
are you on loudspeaker?
time, though.
Are you on loudspeaker, Mum?
I think I am.
Okay.
I don't know how to take it off loudspeaker.
This is what happens when you're 75,
Hang
guys.
on, Lise.
Okay, listen, you are live, Mum. So we're going to keep rolling with the show
front
while
of-
you work it out.
In front of millions of people.
So,
Well, thank you, darling.
all right.
Love you guys. Thank you so much. My family's the craziest family in the whole world. Absolutely.
Mum, what can you tell us at 75? Like, what can you, with your wisdom, Mum, what can you teach us? Give us a couple of
Okay.
tips.
Okay, well, the thing is to stick with people who are true to you, and by age 75, you should have worked it out.
Yeah.
I've still made a few mistakes in my life, but it all adds up. There are no mistakes actually at the end of the day because they're all lessons to be learned in life. So your family is the most important.
Yeah.
Love them to pieces, keep them close to you. That the family unit is number one. And
Yeah.
then to have great friends and have lots of laughs forever and ever keeps you young.
Yes, that's for sure. Now, Mum, I love that. That's so true. And can I tell you, live by that. You definitely do live by that.
Thank you.
Mum, tell me, you've had a really, really successful life. Like, a lot of people don't realize that. And I know, like, all of my childhood, you and Dad worked really hard. And you got into natural medicine and beauty. And how many years ago, Mum, did you start? So what you guys don't know is my parents built one of the most successful natural health and beauty colleges in the country, probably in the world, Mum, would you say?
Yes, I would think so. It came about quite by accident because my son Danny had asthma
Yeah,
and he was treated very successfully by an osteopath
yeah,
who became a lifelong friend. As a result of that, I went on to study to become a doctor of osteopathy as well.
yeah,
And then my husband and I moved into education, the educational side of natural medicine.
yeah,
And we had many thousands of students, hundreds of lecturers teaching all aspects of natural medicine. And to this day, I still believe in the philosophies and I live by that the body is a self-healing mechanism and that you must do everything you can to keep this machine well-oiled and healthy.
100%.
It's a must.
And you know what, Mum? I remember growing up, and people would say, "What do your parents do?" And I would say, "Oh, my mum's an osteopath, and we've got a college of natural medicine." They'd be like, "You don't look like you've got parents that are hippies." And
That's right.
because in those days it was just so barbaric, wasn't it? These days everyone's got a chiropractor or a naturopath, but you know, back 45 years ago, it was so barbaric, wasn't it?
Well, it was very, very alternative, and I believe that I had some small part in turning it into something that was more conventional, because we went on to ensure that students studied anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, and we also, with my husband, we moved the college to merge with educational pathways into universities.
Yeah.
So the students now, and the college still exists to this day, we were bought out, but the college still exists to this day, is still extremely successful, and students are coming out now with degrees.
I know, it's incredible.
As a result of,
but Mum,
what we started.
You're downplaying it, Mum, because you and Dad were solely responsible for the changing the face of natural medicine. You know, you made it very scientific. We had, you know, you had all those degree pathways, and you know, and what you built was actually phenomenal. But Mum, I want to talk a little bit more about. Okay, let's ask you this question: what are we like as kids? So I have a brother, but I have a brother. So what would Danny and me like as children?
Oh, horrible.
No, don't hold back, Mum.
Hey, Boo.
Okay, then, in that case, well...
What was the worst thing Lisa did?
First of all, your brother nearly killed me, because there was 22 months difference between yourself and Danny.
Yeah.
And when I was pregnant with you, I used to have to take your father to the airport all the time, and Danny was a mechanical freak. He would look for anything that moved, so escalators, elevators. He'd be running up and down them, and here I was, like 7-8 months pregnant with you, and it was a horrendous task. Anything that he could pull apart got pulled apart.
Nothing much has changed.
You were a wonderful, wonderful child. You never ever, the problem was you never stopped moaning. Hence we called you Mona Lisa.
Oh, that's so
and
funny.
that name still sticks to today.
Hopefully not.
But she has changed. She's become, both of them have turned into amazing adults. People that I am honestly so proud of, so proud to call my children. I couldn't wish for a better family.
Thank you, Mum. Thank you, Mum.
Boo, on your 75th birthday today, or should I say 50 plus
darling,
20?
No,
50 plus.
you've got it wrong.
What are some of the...
75? My God, are you trying to spoil my day or what?
I tell you what, guys, for anyone that doesn't know how my mum looks, she looks incredible. I mean, you seriously do look amazing, Mum, for your age. And the energy, I mean, you can run...
Not at the moment, I don't.
We won't
I was going to hop in the shower, put my makeup on.
We won't FaceTime you in. But I can tell you now, anyone that doesn't actually know, oh, Mark's going to bring up a photo of you. Now you're going to really be in trouble. Yeah, there's one there.
Don't you dare.
Now you're going to really be in trouble. No, it's a nice photo he's chosen. There's my mummy. That's me and Mum on my birthday, which was also a few days ago. We're born 3 days apart, Mum. And
big celebration, huge week of celebration.
It is a big week of celebration.
No doubt about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? We are only born 3 days apart, and we are really close as a mum and daughter. We're a crazy family, which I think you got to be, Mum, don't you?
Oh yes. Crazy is what it's all about, because we're living in a world that is spinning around, and honestly, if you don't keep up with it, you're left behind, looking like a little wallflower. So you've got to live it, you've got to be involved, you've got to live, you've got to laugh, you've got to enjoy every day. Because honestly, that's what it's all about.
Boo,
what it's all about.
Boo,
Yeah.
Machine Gun Answers. What are your 3 highest moments of of all of your years being your birthday today?
Wow.
Won't hold you to them. You can just rattle them off.
Okay, well, definitely getting married to the love of my life.
Yeah.
And my 2 children, having my 2 children, Danny and Lisa. And there is another one, and that's my grandchildren. Being with my grandchildren is absolutely right up there.
I can't believe I'm not in that top 3. What are your bottom 3 moments? I'm in those.
Mark better not be in those. I can't imagine that you would be.
No, I'm sorry. The bottom 3 moments I definitely can't reveal. I'm so sorry. Not even to my family, no.
And
something, Mark, I swear to you, there are no bottom three. Every day you wake up, you go from, well, I don't know whether I'll be waking up the next day, but when I do, I've already gone to the top.
when one day when you leave this planet, what do you want to be remembered for?
I wanted to be remembered for somebody that really was the face of natural health in this country. I want to have made a difference in the educational side of it. I want to have been the best mother that I could possibly be, and I want people to know that family to me is everything. That's it.
Oh, talk about the best mum ever. If anyone wants to ask any questions, feel free to. So just for anyone that's tuned in, we're talking to my mum this morning, who is, sorry mum, 75 years of age. She looks like she's 60. She looks unbelievable. A smart lady, a successful lady.
She looks like Lisa.
An amazing lady.
She looks like Lisa.
If you ever want to have... If you ever want to have a great conversation, a good intellectual conversation, mum's your girl. If you ever want to have learn about life, mum's your girl. If you ever want to have the best time you've ever had in your life, mum's your girl. You are the all-rounder, mum, aren't you? You really are. And I often say to people, if you spin around 360 degrees, I think that really tells people everything. You've had friends that, and we're going to be celebrating with them today, but you've had friends that, we've had in our family our whole lives, and that's
best friend you've had for 54 years.
Yeah,
it's incredible. It's the truth.
And
best buddy,
and never having any arguments with them. Never. Like over the years, I can't remember any times that you've had arguments with people where you just simply haven't spoken to anyone.
No. I love my friends. The friends that I have are absolutely true blues. They're like family. And honestly, because I try to gather people who, like myself, are very, very honest, sometimes a bit blunt. But you know what? I'd rather have that than have people tell me things to my face and then I find out that it's not quite right.
Yeah.
So, and these people have been true blues. They've been with me through thick and thin. I've been with them through thick and thin, and that's the way I always wanted to be.
100%, Mum.
Boo, on your big birthday today, we've talked about life. We've talked about business.
I love you, Mark.
Thank you. We've talked about love.
Lucky she said that.
Son-in-law I've ever had.
He is.
You
I hope you'll be the last one.
The love.
Don't hold back, Mum.
I do love you. I love
thanks,
you.
Boo. The love of your life, Peter Bierlich. How? Some tips,
no crying, Mum.
No
crying.
crying. Some tips on love. So, how did you keep it? How did you keep such a brilliant marriage? And for people who don't know, Peter's not with us anymore. But how did you keep such an amazing relationship with your hubby?
And it is your wedding anniversary today as well, Mum.
Oh my God, it is too.
How many? Do you know how many years, Mum?
Well, I got married in 1967, so I was never very good at math. So work it out.
Yeah,
I don't know.
a long
But
time.
how to keep a successful marriage?
51.
Well, Peter was away 7 months of the year. So that
Is that the success?
That helped.
Hang on, is that the success? So my dad was actually in the rag trade in the early days. So Dad used to have to travel a lot overseas before Mum and Dad got into education.
What makes a very successful marriage is you have to really respect each other and be friends, because
It's true.
intimate side of it, after a while, it goes. Let's face it, it's the truth. And if you don't respect and really, really like each other and listen to each other, then believe me, it's not going to happen. It's not going to last. And ours lasted, and ours was a true friendship, truly,
Yeah.
in every way.
And you guys also worked together. So you and Dad worked together for a long time, Mum. You built an empire, and worked together, lived together.
He was the brains. Well, he was the he was the financial brains.
Dad
and
was smart.
I was the slogger. I was the worker, and I was the ideas person, and it worked really, really well.
Yeah. And I'm always saying to people, Mum, that if, most husband and wives can't work together, but when they can and it works, it's actually a magical combination.
And the other thing was, too, he was a great cook.
Oh, he was an amazing cook. Yeah.
I sent him home every afternoon to do the cooking, and for that I really, oh my God, I came home to the best meals.
Yeah,
So,
isn't
you
that
know,
the truth?
Really. No, we had a wonderful family life. We really did. We adored each other and we adored our children, and that's really what counts.
Yeah. Best mum in the world, on the air right
Thank
now,
you.
celebrating 75. I tell you what, mum, you make 75 look unbelievable. We cannot wait to celebrate your life today. We've got a big party today. Something tells me there's going to be some tequila shots involved, mum.
I think so, yeah. Definitely, especially if I'm going to get through the speeches and all the other bits and pieces that I'm sure are going to be happening around me.
You'll be just
tequila
fine.
shots.
Yeah.
Hey, Boo, do you reckon
Fun.
your son's going to turn up from Singapore?
Oh, don't go there, please. I beat myself up about it, and honestly, I'm not expecting anything at all anymore. No, I'm convinced.
It's tricky still with the
I know-
borders. Yeah.
I know that if he could, he would, and it's to do with them applying for permanent residency in Singapore.
Yeah.
Their visa will maybe not allow him, even if he came to Australia, maybe not allow them to get back into Singapore.
I reckon he's thrown that. I reckon he's thrown that one out to you, and I reckon he's going to be there today. I hope.
It's the
no,
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 it's the technicalities of the government.
I'm grateful I'll be seeing them in January, please God, and I'm okay. I'm all right now.
Mum, tequila shots, I reckon. Now, if it's anything like last year, we went for brunch down to Dunbar House in the eastern suburbs, and I remember at 11:30 you started the day with tequila shots. So I'm looking forward to celebrations. Yes, you did, Mum. Yes, you did. I'm looking forward to celebrations today. Mum, we love you. Happy birthday. Best mum in the world. And we just can't wait to celebrate your day today.
I love you guys too, and thanks everyone for listening to all the crap. Thank you.
Love you, Mum.
And that is
Happy
50.
birthday.
Thank you, Boo. That is 50 Shades of Grandma, and have a good day, Boo.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.